Is it possible that silver, once freed from the price suppression it suffered at the hands of JP Morgan Chase, actually be worth more per ounce than gold? Let's find out. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm your host, and this is Loose Threads, a sub-series of The Unified Theory. In the article, which I'll link to down in the description, Lorimer claims that silver is now rarer than gold and will be for all of eternity. All the silver ever mined over the past 5,000 years has already been accounted for, and based on the current rate of silver mining, demand for the precious metal will outstrip production from here on out. The world is currently embroiled in a supply-side precious metals crisis, and the crisis is deepening by the day. Starting about 60 years ago, we began to accelerate the usage of silver for industrial purposes, and as America's industrial complex grew, so did its appetite for silver and other industrial metals. In fact, the rate at which metals are being consumed for industrial applications has grown so rapidly that we have completely exhausted the entire above-ground stockpile of silver, which took the world over 5,000 years to acquire, has been used up in just 6 decades, completely eliminating the above-ground stockpile. Silver differs from gold in several important ways. Most notably is the fact that unlike gold, silver gets used up and then is gone forever. Almost all of the gold ever mined in mankind's history is still here. We don't really use gold for anything other than as a store of wealth and for things like jewelry. And gold hasn't been widely used in the production of microchips or computer processors since the 1990s. Silver, on the other hand, gets used in all kinds of industries. Its natural antibiotic properties make it a common component of medical technologies. It's used by the military and the tech sector for things like switches, relays, and batteries. It's used in water purification systems, paints, and is indispensable in the photographic industry. Silver doesn't corrode, and it has excellent thermal conductive properties. And of course, silver continues to be used as a monetary instrument and as a store of wealth, and it's likely to continue to do so just as it has for centuries. Currently, miners are only producing around 600 million ounces of silver each year, while industrial applications are consuming more than 870 million ounces. Can you see a disparity developing? The market is tightening. And as if the dramatic increase in industrial demand wasn't enough, silver is now being rediscovered as an investment vehicle. Barclays recently introduced a new silver exchange-traded fund, which has pulled an incredible amount of silver off the market in recent years. Now, at this point, you may be asking, if silver is so great, why can't we just mine more? Well, it's not that simple. At the current prices, which as we know are being artificially suppressed, silver mining simply isn't profitable. For comparison, it usually costs between $300 and $500 to mine 1 ounce of gold, which today trades for around $1,800 an ounce. For every ounce of gold then, miners are able to earn more than $1,000 in profit. Silver, on the other hand, is just as expensive to mine, but at current prices, silver miners would be operating at a substantial loss. As a result, most silver that's produced today is actually a byproduct of other, more profitable mining endeavors. Historically, the silver to gold ratio has been 15-1, meaning it would typically take 15 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. Today, with silver trading at approximately $30 an ounce and gold at around $1,800 an ounce, it takes 60 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. This suggests an obvious opportunity, since a reversion to the mean for silver would mean around a 400% increase in silver's price, a jump to around $120 per ounce to restore the 15-1 silver to gold ratio. Given the dwindling silver supply and the rising industrial demand, it's not outrageous to think that silver might be on the verge of closing that 15-1 gap, or possibly even overtaking the price of gold altogether. When you crunch the numbers, taking into account the amount of available above ground silver and gold on the Earth, you come to a surprising conclusion. Silver is actually significantly rarer than gold, and will continue to be for the rest of our lives. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, one that I plan on taking full advantage of. I'll be acquiring as much physical silver as I'm able to over the coming weeks. You only live once, and it appears, at least with regards to the price of silver, the only way to go is up. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm your host, and this has been The Unified Theory.